Hello, beautiful Seren stars, and welcome to today's reading. From wherever you are, from across the globe, always really grateful for you joining us. I have got my cat Joopy meowing in the background. He's upstairs. He's allowed downstairs, but that's his preferred choice. He just pops up and down throughout the day. Okay, so as always, we're going to go over the basic meaning of your card, and you have the wonderful Chariot here. And then I'll come back and I'll tune into that one properly. I'm a spiritualist medium. I never used to use cards before, but I've always watched other readers, so I incorporate them now into my readings for you. Which is wonderful, and I'm always amazed at the messages that come out, and we shuffle as we go along these packs because I like to be as surprised as you are. And if I remember, we have some charms and we have some messages to the side, so let's get to it and let's go over the basic meaning of this card. So the Chariot is about willpower and determination and overcoming challenges and focused effort and self-control. It's a really powerful card driving you forward and about taking action. It's also related to self-awareness and balance in life, and also triumph and success. Wonderful. That's come out quite a few times, I think, over my readings, the Chariot, and it just jumped out as I was shuffling for today's reading. It just flew out, so that's always a good sign. Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. I was just about to say Spirit in the cards. Which card shall I take? But this one's jumped out as well, so go for that one. Let's shuffle the next pile. Flying out today. So Spirit in the cards, can you give us messages for people across the globe? As I was tuning in today and going through my security system, as I call it, I was seeing beautiful Pleiadians and Pleiadian energy. I'm going to take one more. So maybe something will come out, messages regarding Pleiadians. So let's keep shuffling. Ooh, I'm not doing so well on the shuffling today. I'm never going to win a shuffling competition, am I? Okay, let me try and go a bit faster. I think it's because I'm trying to lean over to the camera. I'm at an awkward angle today. I didn't set up as well as I could have. Okay, we're going to go for that one as well. So we've got those two. Let's shuffle your last pile. Let's shimmy them in a bit. So Spirit in the cards, what messages do you have for people across the globe today? And they're saying take two, so we'll see if any fly out. We'll go for that one. And what have you been up to? I hope you had a good weekend. I've not been feeling on top of the world because I'm doing a lot of the somatic work and fascia work, like healing work. So it does actually take it out of you. But I'm getting there. I'm glad to be back to it. But if you did wonder where I'd gone, now you know. Okay, so let's focus in on your beautiful Chariot card here. Let me take a deep breath, and they always draw me into sort of the Pisces sign here that looks like it's on a citrine crystal. If you can see that there. And we have Cancer there, and we have this beautiful star on top of his, what would you call that, a staff? I think that's the term for it. Often they bring me into the yin and the yang, the light and the darkness. I know we have a lot of kind of pivotal moments in history and time, don't we? It's almost like the darkness and the light are fighting. I'm being given the words, the light shall prevail. So that's like bigger global issues here. I have been given before about some of you being activists, or just generally very caring and considering other people on the planet and your environment. Okay, But the way this is, this energy is charging forward here and it's pushing you forward. And again, as always, 'cause it's general reading, but the message remains the same. It could be connected to a relationship. You may be in a new relationship and suddenly that's moving forward quite fast, into say, engagements and marriage, or moving in together, maybe faster than you thought it would go. It could be like work. It could be you're in a new job, or you're about to get into a new job, and all of a sudden you're progressing really fast within that company, or you've started a new business, and it's suddenly, maybe it was a bit slow at first, and then suddenly it's like taking off. So whatever this is, this energy is charging forward, and it's you charging forward, and you're being pushed. I'm seeing the hand moving, pushing you forward here. Maybe some of you needed that kick, not a kick, not a literal kick, but that, like, someone to motivate you, to get you into that mode. We can all often relate to that. They're pulling me down to the horse here. And some of you, and they're running through water. So some of you may have literally felt like you're treading through water. It's felt a bit difficult. So this is like a sudden movement, definite sudden change. I'm seeing the word sudden. My throat chakra is quite tight as I'm speaking today. So it could also be for some of you, the message has been blocked. You've not felt the gimmies before, that you felt that you've not been able to express yourself, okay? But it's coming in, this energy and this card is coming to clear all that and to clear the way for you. Like these horses, they're charging forward, and nothing is holding them back. And I've been given the word fly high and achievements. So that's fantastic, news. And they're showing me the future and moving me forward to the future, and showing me, positive things in different areas of people's life, family and work and living situations, whatever it is that you were in, you're moving out of. And there is I was being reminded today, there's a big planetary lineup. I don't know if it starts tonight, but I will research that and put it in there if that's true. And obviously I was getting the Pleiadian energy again, which is beautiful. Is there anything else that you can give me this message or messages for this pile today? You will be successful. So whatever this is, I'm really interested to know. Again, it can mean different things for different people. Symbolically, I feel this is, although some of you literally may be going through a jungle, but they show me a woman with, I can't think what they're called, but she's like hacking back the overgrown jungle. And she's making a clear path for herself. She's not letting anything stand in her way. So that would make sense with the feeling like you was treading water. But all of a sudden, this determination. And this card is a card of determination and action and overcoming challenges. So this makes sense why I'm seeing this woman, hacking through this path. I will put a picture in of what I'm seeing so you can see that. But they often, show me this as a symbolic way of someone overcoming difficult things and difficult paths. And then they're showing an opening sort of in the middle of a forest here. It's like she's created this little space in the forest and sort of hacked her way through to the middle and the place where she wanted to be. They give me the word home. So some of you may be building your own home and your futures. So they're showing me this as a future thing. So she's moved from one space to another, and although it wasn't easy, they give me the word success. She's successful. She's determined. She's not let anything stand in her way. Give me the words no fear. Have no fear. Is there anything else before I move on to the next card? They show me these. They're just drawing me in symbolically here to the horses being chained up to the chariot there. So the symbolically showing the chains being released. So you may have felt tied down by something. Again, it could be relationships, a work situation, living situation, or your own sort of mental health and way of thinking. You have felt trapped. I'm seeing the words trapped and tied down, and it's like a release. It is a release, okay? Sometimes with that release, it's not always easy when you break free. You know, you're out there in the world on your own, or you may feel that you're navigating this alone. They give me the word freedom, and freedom is important. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom to make your own choices in life. Yeah, so I feel that is on a scale of personal for you in your life, but I also feel that this is on a bigger scale across the world and across the globe here. Move forward. I'm seeing those words. I'm going to move on to the next card. So which card shall we go for? This is always the conundrum. Always a decision. I feel drawn to this one. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's a beautiful card, isn't it? Is that Chariot? Chariot. That was... Oh my God. I've just realised that actually looks like very much like and very similar to Chariot. Can you see that? If we take off the E, the only difference is the E. Oh my good Lord. I'm checking because I'm not very good at checking things like that. So I don't want to make a mistake. Can you see that? C C H H A A R R I. Oh no, the O's around the wrong way and the T. But can you see how similar that is? Oh my good Lord. I am blown away and I'm in awe. And it took a while there. My brain's taken a while to kick in at all today. So surprised I'm even here doing this, but I'd missed it so much when I get back to it and missed all of you. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. And I was seeing the Pleiadians as I was opening up today and tuning in. And they're very, very strongly part of this reading with us today, okay? And they are like protectors of, you know, the planets and Earth. And everything that's going on at the moment, I'm seeing them kind of surrounding the Earth. Maybe some of you've seen UFOs, like look up to the night skies, okay? And I will look up again because I always forget. I'm sure there's a connection to Pisces, Cancer, other star signs and the planets at the moment and the Pleiadians. Let me just tune in some more and see what I get. I'm still just absolutely blown away. Spirit, can you give me more messages here? More visuals? They're telling me to focus and remain calm. They're giving me those words, remain calm. So I don't know if they're just saying that for me now because of things that are going on in my life and the world. But I feel like this is collectively and also, you know, across the world to remain calm. But it can also mean in your life, you know, as you're going through these difficult pathways, but you're driving forward no matter what. You're clearing the way. These are the words that I'm seeing. Remain calm. Give me the word healing as well. That's healing for the planet. That's healing for you on your journey as you drive forward. And this flame, they're drawing me into this flame like this citrine here again. And that is a cleansing stone. So it's like cleansing energy that they are bringing forward here to you in your life. Out with the old and in with the new. Regeneration, they've given me that quite often. So I don't think it's just regeneration as in You may be going through healing, or you may be transforming yourself physically in some way through fitness or diet, or whatever it is. There's this huge transformation that's coming in the future. Is there anything else? Let me just breathe and focus here. I'm just going to close my eyes a minute. And we have the amethyst here. I have an amethyst crystal there, you can see behind me. And they just give me the word healing again. I don't really know how to pronounce that crystal. It may be pronounced chariot. It may be pronounced exactly the same as the chariot card there. You've also just noticed you've got the beautiful angel wings there too. I mean, these are from the angel pile, but to have the chariot there, these huge angel wings, and this heart there with these huge angel wings. Give me the word love, and love is central to the decisions that are being made and that you should be making in your life. Not one to tell anyone what to do, but if you're going to be making decisions, make them from your heart center, not through fear or not through worry or not through anxiety. And stay calm is really prominent here. So some of you maybe have not been feeling the most calm and have been feeling anxious and worried about things. They're giving us like, you've got this, this chariot energy is here, and it's within you. Anything else that you can give me before I move on? It's such a beautiful card. Yeah, just the word transformation again. They give me the word meta. Meta. I will look up the meaning of the word meta. Okay, and see if that is significant. Meta and data. New beginnings. I'm seeing a boat now. As I look on this card, on the water. It's like calm water. What are you showing me here? They're giving me the word tsunami, which obviously wouldn't be on calm waters. So it could be like showing an event, past or present. Maybe some of you live in areas of the world that have had tsunamis, or on the you always have to watch out, and there may be a warning, or maybe you're flying to a country that has that. So do let us know in the cards. And they're showing me, they give me the word flood banks, and they're showing me the River Thames, which is in the UK, but they have the walls built specifically to prevent like floods coming in and obviously washing in over on the land. Okay, and they're showing me, I don't know if they're called sandbags, but they would help stop floods, and they would pile them up. I will put a picture in there, okay? So this could be literal meaning of a tsunami or something to do with flooding coming in, which we have seen across the world, and even the UK we've had flooding. Or it could be like this tsunami of information and events happening. I'm seeing the word events, things coming out in the news. I don't watch mainstream news, but I do watch YouTube, Facebook. So it could be like a lot of things are unfolding, and they're giving me the word unfolding, and it may feel a bit too much for some of you, okay? And they're giving me the word to process, a bit too much for some of you to process. So they're wanting you to remain calm, centered, and working from your heart, not through fear, not through anxiety, okay? And to stay grounded. That's so interesting. And be prepared. So maybe if you do live in certain areas, make sure you've ticked all those boxes off, all the things that you need to have in place for any emergencies in your life, events that could happen. Because we all, storms, we've had a lot of storms coming along. Make sure you're stocked up with food and supplies and things that you need. They show me all these different scenarios. Make sure if you need to travel somewhere that your petrol is topped up, or you've planned. They show me a map. They show me this woman with this truck, and she's planning on the map, where to stop on her way, things like that. If you're traveling, okay. Some of you may be having very snowy conditions at the moment, so it's thinking of ways to navigate that, okay. Or if you're moving from one area where you don't have to think about that, and then you're moving to another area, they give me the word earthquakes. So it's just all these different scenarios, okay? Even if these things don't happen, to always be prepared. And the same message applies for, like, in your own life. They're giving me backup plans and contingency plans, things like that. And this could relate to business. It could be related to, you're in your own home, being organized in that way, or even down to your studies, making sure that all these bits are done and ticked off, and you're prepared and you have the right tools and the right resources, to get the job done and to navigate through whatever this is. Okay, so it doesn't always necessarily mean it's like this huge scale event, but there could be something coming up worldwide, event, but they're giving me whatever it is to stay calm. How interesting is that? Right, they're telling me to move on. So what card should I go? Oh, excuse me, next. I'm going to go for this one. Going too fast. Slow down and take your time. Well, I've had this before, and I'm sure I've had it teamed with the Chariot. Okay, but I feel with this, again, the message is it may be going fast. It's fast action. Things are happening fast. But they're giving me these deep breaths, to stop, collect yourself, ground yourself, make sure you have those resources, make sure you've looked into areas and organized things to help you navigate and get through whatever this situation is, okay? They could be reaching out for support to someone if you need to get out of a certain place or away from something, whether it's a person, an environment, whatever it is. This is what they're showing me here. But remember to grant, they're showing me this woman again as part of this message, and her taking breaks on this journey, this long journey that she's going on. So she's stopping for food, she's stopping for water, she's stopping to meditate, she's stopping to center herself, she's stopping to remind herself to breathe and to not panic, basically, not live in fear. All your actions, try and be as objective as possible, and less emotional when you're sort of going through this journey. Even if you may be, say if it's a healing journey, feeling these strong emotions, when it's releasing trauma, it's not getting attached to it, and not letting you spiral as you're releasing or making it more difficult. Recognize it for what it is and let it happen, and then let it pass, okay? I think that's great advice for all these different scenarios they're showing here. Now we'll look up the significance of the number 56. Is there anything else you can give us with this card? Look up to the night sky. We have stars here, and it is a night sky. Look up. Take that time to slow down and look up to the sky. So maybe there's something. Yeah, I did read, I'm sure, something. I can't remember what it was about the planets tonight or soon. We are, the time of this reading, or the readings are timeless. We are Tuesday the 10th, I think it is now. Yeah. Okay, let's go into your next card. I'm going to go for this one. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And that's beautiful, isn't it? You can see her kind of in this bubble of, it's almost like a bubble of light, of protection, isn't it? It almost looks like she's in the desert or on the moon or something. So we were just talking about, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And we were just talking about how if you're experiencing certain things, to not be consumed in them. Try and be more objective to the situation. If you're feeling certain emotions come up, to not attached to them if you're on a healing journey, to let them pass. If certain events are happening around the world that could be quite upsetting, or it's not to ignore them, but it's to remain grounded and to get through these storms that they're showing me. These storms is the word that I'm seeing here, and I've seen obviously tsunamis, and I'm seeing, you know, weather and flooding and stuff. Whatever this is, that could just be metaphorical, they're showing me. So staying grounded, almost slightly not detached in a negative, ignoring way, but in a way of you're recognizing it for what it is, but you're not spiraling down. She's like rising above it here, isn't she? She's rising above whatever that energy is, and she's in this protective bubble of light and safety and security here. So anything else that you can give me with this beautiful card? Yeah, they're showing me in your own life that will help you to navigate these situations, but also collectively around the world with the different things that are going on. Because obviously we have people from all countries, from America, from Thailand, from Germany, from England, you know, all over, which I'm so grateful for. So it's very feasible that some of these topics that we've touched on would be coming up. And there's lots going on with, I call it politics, but all going on with the, you know, we won't go into too much detail. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next card. Now I want you to be able to see that, so I'm going to put that one there. Hopefully you can see, and that one in there. Which card should I go for next? I'm going to go for this one. Next couple of weeks, and the number 3. How amazing is that? And this, you see this man here, but it doesn't matter if you're male, female, non-identifying, but reaching up to this, you know, positive energy from this. I can't find my words today. From this waterfall, and I was seeing that woman in the jungle, wasn't I? Like she cut through this path, and she was in the middle of the jungle in this space. So maybe that was metaphorically also showing me that she was creating her own safe space. This is what I'm feeling a lot with this card, and that place where you can breathe and you can feel like I can rest here. You know, I've got there. I've achieved this. So something may be coming up in the next couple of weeks related to whatever this is going on in your life. Please feel free to share in the comments if any of this relates to you in any way. But yeah, I feel like I can breathe more in this space compared to the beginning of this reading. Is there anything else you can give me, Spirit and the cards, this reading? It's almost like I can see a face in that card. Can you see that? It's almost like a person's face peeking out. And they give me the word ancestral, okay? Look for signs around you, signs of support. Yeah, so you may like see an orb, or you may hear a noise, or you may hear a song that reminds you of loved ones that passed away, or something that's comforting to you, not in like a scary way. And also they give me again, look up to the skies, look up to the stars. Yeah, and keep moving forward. Is there anything else before we move on to the next card? They show me lots of balloons now, so it's rising up into the sky. So it feels like you're celebrating that point that you've got to now, this point that you know, whether that's emotionally, physically you've moved, or whatever it is, this transition, this transformation they're giving me again. I'm going to move on to the next card, your last card. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Okay, that makes sense. I was looking for signs of comfort and that they're around you and bringing messages. Yeah, you're definitely not alone. And also with the Pleiadians, this reminds me of space, and these remind me like we are made of stardust, they say, and these like space beings. It's almost like they're floating in a spaceship, isn't it? And here is a good space, in a collective space where you can, you know, have these messages collectively, and that energy does raise the vibration of the planet, okay? Even when we do the affirmation and card sessions, the angel ones, as you're doing that and you're repeating that, you're raising the vibration of the planet. Everything is energy, okay? Let me just tune in. They're giving me again, look up to the stars, look up to the skies, and they're showing me the Pleiadians again. I'm just seeing them standing there like protectors of Earth, is the words that I'm seeing here. And if some of you are feeling alone, it's to remind you that you are not alone. Whether that's otherworldly beings looking over us and the planet, whether you find comfort in that, or your relatives that pass it over, someone close to you, or maybe you spent more time with animals, to a beloved animal that you lost, stepping forward to let you know you're not alone. Give me the words reach out. Maybe some of you have been quite isolated. It's important to reach out into the community, whether that's online or in person, and finding like-minded souls. Like many of you that join me here are like-minded souls, okay? And you are energetically connecting, whether you realize it or not. And I bring so much love and so much healing and so much upliftment with all of my readings. I genuinely, at my core, I'm filled with that energy, and I genuinely feel that out into every single reading. Our voices are a vibration, also, and energetic. There's that scientific test which I've brought up before, but where they say words to one glass that are negative of water, and another glass they'll say good, lovely things, and the patterns in the water are completely different. So vibration and sound has an impact on your health and well-being. Trying to surround yourself with as much love and positivity as possible, okay, to help you navigate through whatever this situation is in your life at the moment. Is there anything else before I end this card? Or end the reading, or not end the reading, so we can do your charms. Anything else that you can give me? Give me the words channeling. So maybe some of you are capable of channeling messages from, Pleiadians or the spirit world. And I know that many of you are very spiritual. It may be worth, when you're meditating, just sitting there and just seeing, opening up to the universe and just seeing what comes through and connecting to the universe. Imagine that golden light running through the top of your head, down into the ground to ground you. Set up your own security system, open up your chakras, and connect and see what messages and guidance comes through for yourself. That's beautiful. You are all messengers of God, whatever your God is, doesn't matter what religion you are, as long as you walk in love and light, you are welcome here. None of us are wrong and right in that sense. It's whatever positive energy we bring into the world, regardless of race, colour, culture. Love is the most important vibration here. Okay, let's take your charms. I'm going to look the other way. And I'm going to shimmy this about. And I'm going to take some. Ooh, we have... No way. The balloons. And I was seeing the balloons rising up over the card. I think it was this card, wasn't it? I can't remember now. My memory's terrible. I see balloons rising up over a card, and we have the number 3, and we have 3 balloons on this charm here. I'm blown away. Are you blown away? Because I'm really blown away. That's pretty magical, isn't it? And he's opening himself up to the universe. So open yourself up to the universe and the collective energy, okay? And send out that positivity out into the world and receive that positivity and those blessings. I'm absolutely blown away that I was seeing that, said that, and then we get the balloons, and then there are 3 balloons. We have the number 3. Wowzers. And the beautiful white cat. And I was talking about, it could be, a beloved pet stepping forward as well, or a relative or someone like that. But white cats are very powerful. I used to have a beautiful white cat, and I often feel that he's still around, protecting, and we was getting the message, that you're not alone, and you are protected at all times. But also surround yourself, daily in that protection, in a bubble of protection. And they're giving the words good luck. So in some cultures, it may be, white cats are good luck in your culture. There's such a happy, positive energy coming forth with this white cat charm here. Is there anything else you can give me? I don't know why they're giving me the words riding high and flying high. I mean, we've got him riding here, the chariot. And I suppose he could take off there. He's got wings, so there's that option there. But many of you, I just see you're probably feeling a bit stuck, but it's just like takeoff, literal takeoff, and the determination to not let anything stand in your way. And you've got your protector here, your protector energy is coming in, surrounding whatever this is. That is beautiful. And they're giving me a little meow there I'm hearing as well. That is wonderful. I am absolutely in amazement there. Okay, that is your wonderful reading. Oh, no. We're going to take another message. I'd like to throw in a surprise. Okay, let's shimmy this around. I'm going to look the other way, although they're folded up. So, we have 2 there. So we're going to take 2. All right. What do we have? Holiday time. Maybe some of you are off on holiday. You're going away. Have we got the school holidays coming up, or have they already gone in the UK? I can't remember. Now my children are grown up, I don't really remember when the school holidays are. But yeah, you could be off on a holiday, or that you're needing a break after all your hard work, or it could be, holiday time in your country. Fortune favors the bold. Be courageous. And this card is a card of sort of charging forward courageously there, regardless. And I was seeing that woman charging through, making the way through that jungle with so much courage and strength and determination. Fortune favors the bold. That's just beautiful. Okay, that's the end of your reading, and I fill it with so much love and so much light and so many blessings. And I will see you in your next reading. God bless.